So my toxic trait is that I want to go outside as soon as the weather breaks. Like 75 degrees, 80 degrees. Your girl want to be on a patio, sipping margaritas and eating tacos. Like, what is work? I'm about to go outside. And as we all know, in the year of our Lord 2023, outside is expensive. Like, as soon as you step outside, you spending $100. And that's just not what I want for us, because it's pushing us away from our goals. So in this video, I'm going to highlight 3 ways that you can balance being outside while still being able to, pay your bills on time, save for the future and the unexpected, and still reach your goals, because we want to enjoy our life, but we still have bigger goals and dreams that we want to accomplish, and we need our money to do it. So before I get into that, I want to introduce myself. Hey girl, hey, or hey boy, hey, because there are some guys that watch my channel. My name is Jocelyn, and I teach Black women like you how to save more and spend wisely with your 9-to-5 income so that you can do more of the things that you love without going deeper into debt for it. So this is not a channel of restriction. We live our best lives over here. We traveling, we living life, as that gift says, but we're doing it in a responsible way. So let's just get into our topic today about being outside and how to do it more effectively and, efficiently. So number 1 is to actually have a plan. I feel like a lot of us, and I'm speaking to the former Joss and sometimes the current Joss, we would just go outside with no plan, no strategy, just vibes, and then I'd end up waking up either that next day or a couple of days later when my bill is due and wondering, where the heck did my money go? Like, was I outside on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday? Like, did you have to do all that, girl? No. Because the reality is, each time you went out, again, you spent $100. And that adds up real quick, okay? And our bills these days are $100. So one thing that I started to do is be a little more strategic. Like, I don't, give into my urges whenever I want to go out all the time. Now, when it's warm outside, granted, you may see me out a little bit more. But while it's cool right now, like, I use that time to stay in or to go like to a friend's house or have friends come over here. And then I'm also selective with what I'm doing outside. So I may choose some happy hours instead of going out late at night, because we know that there's a price difference. A happy hour drink may be $7, $8 versus a drink in the club can be $15. I don't go to a club. I don't go to clubs. But a drink at a lounge might be $15, and I'm a sidecar girly. I'm a lemon drop with reposado, Don Julio, Casamigo. I'm a premium liquor kind of girl at this age. Like, I can't do bottom shelf. That's just not the life that I live anymore. If I don't have the money to do that, I'm staying at home, okay? So instead of me always wanting to be out super late at night, I may opt for a happy hour. I may opt for a BYOB kind of spot. So I do like hookah. I'm a social hookah girl. Like, I don't have a hookah at the crib. I know a lot of y'all do. I don't think that's good for your lungs. But anyway, I'm not a doctor, okay? So do what you want to do with your life. But I don't even know how to put the darn hookahs together, child. So usually the places that are like hookah spots offer BYOB. I actually went to one this weekend, and I didn't have to pay for nothing, but I'm gonna tell y'all about that a little later. But I would always opt, if it's me planning things, like, I may recommend like a BYOB spot. Get there at a decent hour, bring a glass of, bring a bottle of champagne, a bottle of wine, or if we're going hard in the paint that night or that afternoon, girl, bring some tequila, because that's my beverage of choice. So I love that, because usually the hookahs are around like $25, $30, and we're bringing our own liquor, and whatever we don't use, we can take back with us. It's not like we're buying a bottle at the club and having to keep it there. So that's been a little hacky hack that me and my friends have been doing as of lately, and I've really enjoyed those 2 experiences. But I still make room for them, in my income, because my income doesn't change. I get paid the same thing over and over. So I have an idea of like what money I have available to spend. And I have an idea of what money is always already being allocated to other things like my bills, my savings, and my investments. So if you don't have that kind of clarity for your money and you find yourself overspending or spending money and you don't know where it went, then I definitely encourage you to download my spending plan template, which I created specifically for my 9-to-5 earning girlies that want to save more and spend wisely. I used to be the girl who just would, again, blow money. I would blow it on happy hours. I would blow it on lunch dates. I would blow it on vacations. And to be clear, I still do those things. But I have a better handle of what I have available, and I try my best to stay within that time frame, in that amount. Now, do I always reach it? No, but I do much better. I have an 80% success rate, I should say, than what I used to have, which was 30 to 40%. So a win is a win. We take our wins where we can over here. So again, this is available to download for free. It has everything you need, so you can plug in your numbers on how much each bill is, how much you want to put towards savings, how much you want to invest if you're investing right now, and then even how much you're putting towards your benefits and stuff on your job. Like, it's super deep, super duper detailed, and I've gotten a lot of good feedback from it already. So let's take the guesswork out of managing our money and just plug in your numbers and have them together literally in less than 30 minutes, I guarantee you. So that is available to download for free in the description below. So let's move on to point 2, and that is learning how to say no. So the thing about where I live is that it is very much a bitch, we outside tonight, okay? Bitch, we outside every night. People are out from Sunday to Saturday with no regrets. And when I first moved here, I wasn't out Sunday to Saturday. I was out on maybe a Tuesday, a Thursday, and maybe a Saturday or a Sunday. And that was even too much. But I was also a lot younger. I had a lot more stamina. Like, I can't go out and still work the next day. Like, I don't know how y'all do it, because people are older than me doing that kind of stuff. But I have learned how to say no, because again, looking at my spending plan, looking at my statements, and realizing how much money I was spending on being outside really woke me up, okay? And I'm a homeowner. I have been a homeowner for a couple of years now, and the level of responsibility that comes with homeownership is not to be taken lightly. Now, granted, there's still a lot of responsibility with renting as well. But yeah, I don't want them to take my home, baby. So that's always going to be priority. There have been moments, it's just to be transparent, where I literally only had money to pay my bills, and I couldn't put anything towards my savings. I couldn't put anything towards my investments because I spent so much money on other shit, okay? Because you want to look cute when you went outside, which means you want to have some nice clothes, you want to do your makeup, you may get your hair done. I do my own hair 80% of the time, but although those other 20%, I'm giving somebody cash. So, like, it costs money to maintain yourself, and it costs money to go outside. It costs money to get in. It costs money to drive there. Like, all this stuff adds up. So I had to be like, listen, y'all, hey, can we have a barbecue? Can we have a pool party? Like, I do not have it to go out today, and I will always be honest and transparent with my people, and they respect it. Like, I'm the money girl of the crew, like, they already know what it is when it comes to me, and I'm always gonna find the good deals too. So they, you welcome for being my friend. Now you welcome, because I'm gonna find some cool ass SHIT for a good price, So I had to learn how to say no. And it was very hard in the beginning because I'm very much a FOMO girl. I'm very much a YOLO girl. I've been a YOLO girl since a good 17. Like, I went away to college and never really went back home except to pay my student loans. And I love that for me because I get to do what I want. I don't have my aggressive ass mother, hovering over me, and I love her to death. That's my bestie. That's my ride or die. But 2 fire signs in the same house just does not work, but we're great. Now that we have our own residences, we could shoot the shit, and it'd be okay. But yeah, 2 fire signs in the same house, recipe for disaster, okay? But don't nobody ride for each other like fire signs either. So anyway, I'm on a tangent. I'm not a Scorpio, zodiac kind of girl, but I do kind of adhere to a lot of what my sign says about me, but also a lot of what they don't. But anyway, that's not what this is about, okay? That is not what this is about. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that I want you to get clear on, like, what outside looks like to you, and, like, allocate money towards those things in your spending plan, but also in your life. So again, my clubbing days are pretty much over. Like, when was the last time I went to a club? When was the last time I went to it? I don't know. It probably when I was on vacation last year. Like, I ain't been to a club, but I will lounge it up. I will hookah bar it up. I will happy hour it up. I will brunch it up. I will festival it up. I will concert it up. So for me, like, I'm going to make room for those kind of things because those are the things that I actually like to do. I'm not going to let nobody dictate and have me in places that I don't even want to be in, spending money that I probably don't even have, you know? So, like, I've learned to just get clear on, like, what I enjoy. And it's more of the leisurely, you know, soft girl, rich woman, you know, trophy wife in training kind of environments. You feel me? So get clear on like what you like and like take time to make a list, because sometimes I feel like we just gonna say yes to stuff because we want to, but I feel like when you have an idea of like what you really like, you're gonna be more inclined to recommend those things versus just always being the yes girl, you know, known amongst your community. So that's not what I want for us, because that's a quick way for you to go into debt, and we don't do unnecessary debt over here, okay? So that's point 2. Actually, I have a something additional to add to point 2, and please don't judge me. Judge me. I don't care. This is my channel. But go on dates and let these men pay for your dinner, pay for your drinks. Now, don't do this if you don't actually like the guy. You know, like for me, I feel like there needs to be a mutual interest there. Like, I don't even accept things from people that I don't even have an interest in, you know? But when I first moved here, it had been years since I had like seriously dated someone, like been in a serious relationship. And my friend who encouraged me to move here knew that. So she was like, listen, girl, it's time to dust the cobwebs off. I'm not saying go out and bust it wide open for everybody, but like, you are new here. You are a beautiful young woman. You have things going for yourself. Like, go out and see the city and like make some connections at the same time, you know? So she encouraged me to download this darn dating app. 100%, I shouldn't say 100% do not recommend, because I actually met a guy that I dated seriously on there, but I had been on 2 horrible dates prior to meeting him. And I first, like by the time we connected, I had already deleted the app, but I had given him my number, so he ended up texting me. Otherwise, like, we probably wouldn't be friends to this day, you know? We're still cool. That was years ago. But like, I went into that date, like, because the first 2, my friend was like, okay, girl, like, you giving California vibes. And if you know anything about California, we're very laid back. Like, we wear comfortable shoes. Like, we wear athleisure kind of clothes. Like, look, my hair is natural. Like, I just don't give the girls full beats every day the way that a lot of girls out here do. And so my friend was like, okay, baby, you got to jazz it up a little. Like, I need you to like beat your face a little bit more. I need you to dress up for this date. This man doesn't know you. Like, put your best foot forward. So girl, I had to go back into her shower, not her shower. I had to go back into my suitcases because I was staying with her while I was looking for a place. And I had to pull out some heels, and I just was like, this is doing too much. I didn't have to do that for years, because when I lived on the East Coast, I did it a lot more frequently. But I'm like, I don't even know if I like this guy. I don't need to put in all this effort. And she was like, yes, you do, because you never know. And so for those first 2 dates, I put in the effort, y'all, and it was an epic fail. I ended up calling my friends. Well, I didn't know anybody but her at the time, and I had family, but like, she was who I hung out with, and I got to meet her friends who became my friends. Like, I would hit them up those first 2 dates and be like, okay, let's go have a drink somewhere. Let's debrief, you know? And I was already cute. They knew what I had on, so that was a waste. So by the time the 3rd guy came, who ended up being somebody that I seriously dated for a while, a couple of years ago, I had dressed down, you know? By then, she was like, okay, I had walked out of her room, and I was back to my casual look, and she was like, no. She was like, you might like this guy. I said, I ain't like the first 2. I'm only doing this to please you. We already had made plans to link up after we were going to this event, you know? And so I was like, I'll pack my heels in my car, but I'm not wearing them to this date, and I'm coming casual because I've already been let down, and I wasted a bunch of makeup, and I think I had braids, so I didn't do my hair. But like, I was like, I'm not wasting no more time on this. I already don't want to go. And so he and I are communicating, like finalizing a place, blah, blah, blah. So I walk in there with this cute, I wish I had a shirt. It's like this cute gold top that I don't even know how to explain it. It had holes all over the place, and it had some cute little I don't know how to, it was cute. The top was the statement. Then I had on like a little white top under because it was see-through. And then I had on some blue jeans and some sandals. Like, it was February. I remember that. And it was like 80 degrees. I had on sandals. So, I walked in. I beat him to the darn date. And I was like, see, he already late. Like, this is, I'm texting them, he already late. I don't even want to be here. They were like, okay, give him like 5 minutes and then, you know, you can leave, you can come back home. And so he ended up coming within those 5 minutes, very apologetic. And he was cute. He was cute. And I was like, oh, damn, I should have dressed up. I thought this was a good looking guy. And so we ended up being on that date for like a good 3 hours. Like, my friends was texting me like, are you okay, girl? We supposed to be going to such and such. And I was like, I'm good. I actually like him. Like, we have good conversation. Like, we just meshed very well. And so like, I was like, okay, I should have dressed up. But he thought I was cute anyway. He said, you look very beautiful. Like, you're naturally beautiful. I said, and is, okay. So yeah, we ended up dating seriously for a couple of months. Still one of my good friends to this day. We obviously don't date anymore, but it just, you know, I got to see more of the city as a result of actually connecting with somebody that I actually liked, who liked me. Like, I got to experience a lot of different things in the city, which I really enjoyed. And a lot of the stuff I still frequent, even though he and I are not together. So thank you. It made sense. And like I said, don't do that for people that you don't truly have an interest in. Like, there was a mutual connection with us from day one, and it just grew over time. So I wouldn't accept anything from anyone that I don't like. I mean, I'm not that desperate. I think a lot of people are. I'm not. Like, for me, I'll give you the gift back. I'll give you, well, I'm not going to give you the money back, but I'll give you the gift back. I'm not going to give the money back. I will give you the gift back, though. Because money can be spent, okay? But if it's a gift and I know I don't really like you like that, I'm going to just say that. So that's point 2. A little tangent. Don't be out here tricking, you know, and don't be out here thirsty. Like, have your own, baby. I always tell y'all to have your own. And then point 3 is to cut costs in other areas. So as I mentioned earlier, I do my own hair 80% of the time. I only really get my hair done if I know I'm going on vacation or it's my birthday or like some monumental occasion. Maybe I'm going to somebody's wedding. Like, I'm not about to come up in there half stepping. The girl is going to give looks. Because one thing about me is I always meet me on vacation. Like, I'll always be, and that don't even be my intent. I just be going to live my best life. But I'll always leave with a number or a few numbers. And I want to look my best. I want to look my best because I want to feel good, but also you just never know who you will encounter. So, you know, I do my own hair and nails at home most of the time. And like I said, if I'm traveling, if it's a special event or my birthday, which I'm usually traveling for anyway, that's 2-in-1. And, you know, another thing that I like to do is if I know that I'm traveling, I'll often overspend when I'm traveling. Like, I set a budget, but baby, I'll be busting that budget 80% of the time. So that means when I come back or before I go, I usually will stay in, you know, either the weekend before or after, so that I can kind of rebalance my spending, you know. Like, I'd rather spend a little extra on vacation knowing that this is an experience that I may not, you know, receive again, than to spend it out in the streets right now where I live. Like, this stuff ain't never going nowhere. So I'm good, baby. So I'll stay at home, and like I said, I'll invite folks over, or I'll go to their house, or we'll do something chill. Like, again, a pool party, you know, girls' night in, you know, all those kind of things. So that's what I recommend. You know, you can be outside, but be outside and be outside, you know, respectfully. Like, don't be spending your rent. Don't be spending your bill money on drinks at happy hour like you hustling backwards, and that's stupid. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. It's just really dumb. So if you found any of these helpful, please go ahead and comment below. Let me know which ones you'll prioritize first. I do have another video that I think will be very helpful, and it's called impulsive spending habits that I'm leaving in 2023. I'll make sure I pop that up on the screen because I am an impulsive spender. I spend, you know, when I'm emotional. I spend when I've had a good day. I spend when I had a bad day. And I really needed to wrap that together because I got big girl goals. I got grown woman goals. And I can't be making little girl decisions with my cash, okay? And then the last thing that I think would be very helpful if you know, want to improve your spending, if you want to find better ways to save, because we only can control what we have from an income perspective. Like, our jobs aren't going to pay us more just for working more. Like, unless you have that kind of job where you get OT. I don't get OT, I'm salaried. But if you want to find better ways to save so that you can do more of what you love and not have to trade your time for it, then you definitely want to check out my Thrive with your 9 to 5, you know, money mastery section. And it's 60 minutes of actionable resources that I use in my everyday life. You know, I have resources that help you save more without trading your time for it. They help you save more in less time. I teach you how to grow your money, and I teach you small little ways that you can better manage the money you have. And do so understanding that you have a 9 to 5. I work 9 to 5 as well. So like, I just don't have a lot of time to be dedicated to my finances. So little tricks and tools and the resources that I have that I highlight in my money mastery session, I think you will really, really love. And it's a great time to do it. It's still kind of the beginning of the year. It's tax season. So like, I am eager to provide you with these resources so that you can give your money, you know, the makeover that it deserves. Okay. So if you are ready to stop overspending and start utilizing the right kind of resources that will help you get out of debt, save more money in less time, and grow your money more easily, then it is definitely the resource for you. And you can find that linked in the description below, because your girl is all about making additional money without having to work for it, okay? Like, we all work hard enough on our jobs. It's time for our money to start working for us. And so that is truly what the Money Mastery Bundle is about. It's called Thrive with your 9 to 5. And it is a labor of love. Like, I really did that shit. Okay? Like, I'll be looking at it like, girl, you did that. So like, I know that you'll love it, and I've gotten so much feedback already with a few people that I've shared it with. So again, it's linked in the description. Let me know what else you do to kind of better manage your money, especially for my girls that like to be outside like I do, but still have goals, still have dreams, still like to travel, and still got these bills to pay, okay? So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video.